Okay, I got 9 o'clock, so I'm going to get started.
Let's do it.
Like to welcome everyone to the live day trading webinar with Daryl Morse from Limitless Volume. He'll be trading in real time with his money, real money. So you'll see what a day trader experiences in real time. I think you guys are going to have a real good time with this. Just a couple of quick housekeeping items. Number one, this webinar is brought to you by the DC Hours community, and I hope you guys are enjoying that. Lots of really good resources there, so check it out. Get started.
Good morning, guys. I'm Daryl Morse with Limitless Volume. I'm live here from Maui. I actually moved to Maui about 9 months ago. And, just what are we really trying to do with life? We're trying to create freedom. And, we're trying to separate, when you're looking at day trading, hang on here. Let's see here. So when we're kind of looking at day trading, what we're trying to do is separate the noise from the meaning. I mean, all this stuff that's out there, all these classes and all these seminars that you can take. Can I actually do this day trading? Is this something that I can grasp? How much time do I need to do this kind of stuff? Human behavior is that we know what we're supposed to do. A lot of times we just don't apply it. So I think coaching is really powerful because what it does, it holds you accountable into an environment in a room that just doesn't have willpower. What it does, it changes that to inspiration and then passion. What that does, it keeps you in learning this kind of stuff instead of going, I'll kind of get to it. So what I was going to do is go into slide presentation here real quick. And let's see here. So, what defines a successful day, trading? And so, we're kind of getting into, why, you read all this stuff about day trading, and you're like, 90% of day traders fail. What separates the winners from the losers? What makes it that you become successful in this kind of stuff? Who wins, who loses? It's discipline is so important. What we're trying to do is define risk. And, we're trying to trade the highest probabilities, because really, if you just hit it, stock's going to go up, stock's going to go down, it's going to go sideways, you got probabilities. So it's 50-50 unless you have some type of edge. So you're trying to take emotions out of your trading. Okay. Just kind of think about, if you don't have a mentor, you're going to go through a lot of pain. You'll probably learn it. It's just, am I really doing the right thing? Am I studying the right stuff? Do I want to really go through $20,000 to learn how to day trade and then go, maybe I should have probably had a little more direction. So coaching basically keeps you with a mentor in the right mentor in the right course. It keeps accountability. Okay. So, this kind of steps down through here. It kind of gives you what we offer, what I offer is, I'm here. I'm the one that actually does the trading with other people. I don't just teach the course and have somebody else run my room. You can actually see what I'm doing. That's super important. And then, teach classes, all the stuff's online, but it's all one-on-one with me, a lot of it. And other people assist me, are great traders. But I really think it's important that you're following someone, that the guy isn't coming in later on. They have somebody else running his room. He's like, I don't really need to be around. I never see us trade. I never see us live P&Ls, nothing. So what we have is an interactive room, live trading room, and then full curriculum, like I was talking about, all the particulars, what you need. And then trade. I got to go kind of quick because we got to get to our live, we're going to do our pre-market. Community of traders that you can interact with. I think that's super, super important. Then you got continuous training and then computer setup. This will all be recorded. You guys can flip through this. All right. What does a winning trading system look like? Okay. So, we talked about a few seconds ago, risk management, so important. We got to really define, if we're getting into a trade, we have to predetermine what our loss probably could be. And because that's super important, we don't want to look at something and get into it and then go, oh, where should we put our stop? So we have that system. When the basketball is passed to you, you know, you got half a second to figure out what to do with it. If not, 5 things start happening. And if coach doesn't like it, get on the bench, someone steals the ball, and you got deer light, you know, heads, you know, you're looking into like a flashlight, you're like a deer in the headlights. So you got to have a system that you can review and practice and execute it within 5 seconds, you know, 5 to 8 seconds. We look at high, you know, we only trade what the probabilities of the high setups, and you'll see what I'm going to go through in pre-market. You understand this. We consistently profit. So we take half our money, we let the rest run, we move our stop up, that kind of stuff, you know, protect our profit. We make sure to pay ourselves. You know, that's super important, where we don't just, you know, expectations, are rigid on our rules and our expectations. If the stock runs $10, that's super great, but we don't want to get back more than $5 of that, you know, in the process. You know, so what we're trying to do is if you have something that you can follow, you're taking the emotions out. And the present time conscious is so important, because your heart rate starts getting super, super powerful, and it starts affecting your thinking because all the blood's going into your head. And, you know, we'll go over all that. Okay. So Eric, you got some stuff here. I think it's candles. Oh, okay. Hang on here.
You guys can hear me?
I can hear you. It sounds good.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad to be here. Yeah, I've been trading with Daryl for about 4 years now, and it's been an awesome journey. So I think what I'm just going to explain here for you guys is just in a second, you're going to see Daryl live trading here. And so you click your screen one more time, Daryl, we'll come up with a little graphic. And so we just want to give you guys a quick explanation of kind of what you're going to be seeing. And you're going to be seeing a lot of these candles on your charts. And so we call this candlestick analysis. And really what it's going to be showing you is just these candlesticks form in different patterns that give us an idea of where the sentiment of the market is headed. So obviously, if you have a red candle, we call this a bearish candle, and it's going to be indicating that, you know, the stocks are going to be declining. And then if they're green, they're bullish, they're going to be increasing. And then within each of those candles, you have different levels that are represented. So the top of a red candle would be where the stock price opens. Where the bottom of that red candle is would be where the stock price closes. And then those lines in between are showing you just the distance traveled over the course of that candle. And so each candle that you see on Daryl's charts here in a sec can represent any time frame. They can be a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 10 minute, or even a candle could represent a whole day worth of movement. So you'll see a bunch of different time frames. You'll see a bunch of different candles. The first time you ever look at this stuff, it looks kind of crazy. You got stuff, you know, just candles everywhere. But as you start to get comfortable with how trading works, it really becomes like second nature. You just kind of flow with where the candles are going. So, and they give you ideas of patterns and whatnot that tell you when reversals are going to happen, things like that. So we just wanted to give you a quick overview of what you're going to be looking at here in a sec when Daryl starts to trade live. So I think that's all I got for you there.
Hey, Daryl, good morning.
Good morning, Bo.
Good to be here.
So I think what we'll do is get over to the trading screen here real quick. Let's see.
Hit your back arrow 1 second there, Daryl, just show that last screen for people.
Okay. So if you can get a hold of me here or email me at Daryl Morse Limitless Volume, and then we can, you know, if you have any questions or anything moving forward. So, man, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. So you want to just go, what do you think?
Hey, Daryl, do you want me to speak?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Hey, guys, good morning. I'm Dr. Bo Warlick. Some of you probably know me, and I'm a chiro myself. And, you know, It's funny, in chiropractic, they have old practitioners and they have volume practitioners, but there are no old volume practitioners. And so I started looking at what the game plan was once I got out of practice, because we haven't spent all this education and all this time to be go-getters and to be successful at what we do so we can turn around and do nothing after we retire, right? So, and I was looking at what is an industry that gives us the ability to be involved in something where it really is dependent only on us, not on a team. We don't have overhead, we don't have staff, you don't have a lease, and it's something you can do from any platform anywhere in the world. So retirement, is very appealing when you have the ability to be able to do something where you're rewarded extremely well, being involved in something that's very challenging, intellectually as well as financially, that gives you the true ability to have true independence and to continue to magnify and grow your wealth, or if nothing else, to meet your cash flow needs. And day trading was it. And I started looking around and I really couldn't find anybody that could do the one thing that I was looking for. And that was to show me live trading and to be able to emulate what they're doing by watching their screen. There's a lot of people that talk the talk, but nobody was able to do this in a live setting. Everybody can do the Monday morning quarterback thing and go back and talk about the previous trades they've made. But show me someone that can prognosticate the trade almost as if they have some precognitive ability to know what's going to happen. And sure enough, high probability, high percentage of the time, it happens in front of your eyes. Well, when I met Daryl, that's what Daryl showed me. And I started trading with him about 4 years ago. And I can tell you that it's been an amazing ride. And I've watched a lot of other traders come up, do extremely well, understand the complicated issue of the markets, understand trends, candlestick patterns, analysis, and to be able to make stupid money. And for me, it's a situation now where even though I'm still involved in practice and managing other and owning other businesses, I'm able to trade mostly 30 minutes in the morning, Monday through Friday. And my average day is about 5,000, every morning. So, I mean, you do the math on it, you're looking at about 1.2, 1.3 million just in day trading alone. And to be able to do that, especially in spite of COVID and everything else that's happened, where are you going to have, that opportunity? Day trading gave me that. And specifically, Daryl gave me that. So Daryl, thank you for, everything we've done in trading and learning from you. It's been a great ride. And it's given me the ability to know that, hey, no matter what happens, the next COVID 2.0 or anything else that happens, or practice, finding myself wherever I am traveling in the world, as long as I've got either an iPhone, an iPad, or a computer, I'm able to go ahead and sustain myself and to continue to do something that is going to earn money and something I can even pass down, teach my own kids, which is one of the things I'm really excited about. And Daryl, so I'm very thankful, very appreciative of what you've done and codifying the system, because that's what it is. It's a system, and that's what you need, guys. You need a system. You don't need a personality. We've got other traders, that are making money and able to teach. You just spoke to Eric. Eric's one of those people. Compliments of Daryl. I'm one of those people that also teaches, and you'll hear us a lot of times interacting in the room. So it's awesome to be on board and to be a part of what we're doing, teaching others. Thanks, Daryl.
Awesome, man. That was amazing. So, let's think about what we're going to look at with pre-market, things that are going on. Let's take a look at, Tesla had, it's pretty good news. It blew out its earnings. And
Hey, Daryl, just let me resize this for you.
okay. So, we got Tesla, and it reported its earnings. It did pretty well, and you can kind of see we done a nice big gap up, $70, $90 now. So, we kind of look at things that are, yesterday, look at what the Netflix did. If you were watching, it reported and it dropped $120. Bo and I got that for an insane amount of money. I mean, we're talking, it was $100K a day for me. And what's nice about this is it's all live P&L stuff that if you ever want to see it, it's really live stuff that I'm actually doing. It isn't just coaching and trading. This is real money I'm putting to work. And this is the rest of the people in the room also. This isn't just like a show that you can't see a screen. I think it's important you see somebody lose money and make money, or it's like, yeah, can I do this? So right now we got. Let's just take a look at what the trading screen that I look at, and let's take a look and see. We got this dollar tick here. Basically shows the barometer of the market. On one side, it shows that we have an incentive that we're moving upward and then downward. This measures 7,000 stocks, and we'll explain all this in detail when you take the course. And then, we look at the Qs, and I like to know open, close, as these faded numbers are faded, that just shows the post-market, pre-market, and you can kind of see we have a gap up. When the new trade station put this little lines in here, so little crosshairs, but you'll see that this Qs are showing that we have a gap up today and of the close, and the same thing with the SPY. We have a gap up in the futures, and most of the stocks have kind of followed in that direction. So what do you guys think out there? What's jumping out at you? So what we like to do is interact with traders in our room, to get the community talking.
Hey, Daryl.
What you thinking?
One of the things I'm looking at on the radar screen this morning is volume. Tesla is 1.7 million. And, I went back and did the historicals and went back and looked back on the 26th of January when it reported last. Coincidentally, the day of earnings, it dropped tremendously. The next day, it threw a green hammer. The following day, which will be tomorrow, it had a huge run. So if Tesla does what it did last earnings cycle, okay, then here we are gapped up today with the futures being up, which obviously gives us an opportunity to possibly be in puts if we have an extreme tick today, just like yesterday.
Right.
And then to turn around and take it back up, once it finds a bottom. So, whether it repeats and does what it did 3 months ago is another story, but, patterns seem to continue. So we seem to be set up for some of the same type of pattern.
Yeah, it makes total sense that what happens is you're going to see these extreme readings upward. We're going to probably have plus 1,000. And anytime you get up an extreme reading, some of the powder and bullets are always shot out of the gun for the market. So a lot of people are like, you know what, I'll just take this long, and that's fine if it holds the higher level. But a lot of times they do this pullback into the means. You see all these averages, and they do this pullback downward. It's kind of cool. You'll kind of see how this reacts up here. This candle will start and come back down until it gets to and maybe this will stay on the 200, 300, 400s. And we'll kind of see how the Qs react and how SPY works, but this volume chart's super powerful. So we can kind of see how the volume works. And then, we're watching the video in Amazon and other stocks too. And then I like to trade puts and calls. I don't really do shares, but you can. And it just gives you a little more powerful way of doing that. And so we got probably 7-8 minutes before we go live.
And I know, Daryl, for some of the guys that are maybe new to trading, they probably look at this and it's maybe overwhelming looking at some of the screens and looking at some of the indicators and wondering what are the triple Qs, what's the tick, what are share bars, what's the SPY. I mean, there's a learning curve involved in all of this, but all I can tell you is this happens very quickly, and all of that curriculum is on Daryl's site. So it's all web-based now in terms of the learning, which makes it really easy. So it's don't be intimidated. This is something you can learn, and there's coaches, there's people that can help you walk through it. It's all very learnable. I mean, the fact that you're probably a doctor and sitting here listening to this says that you didn't get here by accident. You got here because you were a bright guy or gal. So this is all very, very teachable.
Just think about someone that's just taken the course and he's been here a little over 2 years. And, he's making money consistently every single day. I don't pay Bo to come in here and talk. He did this because he wanted to. And same with Eric. Eric does a lot of the technical stuff, but I don't pay these guys to come in and talk for me. This isn't what we do. This is what I call a snake oil kind of business, okay? We're real deal. and I have super passion for this stuff. And I don't show videos later on 2 days down the road what happened. It's happening before your eyes. This is real money I'm putting to work, and you'll see. So Isaac, anybody else have any questions about what they think the market's going to do, or you guys? I'm just kind of looking at the extreme reading of the tick, and I feel it's probably going to come down a little bit. You know?
Yeah, I was just looking at the Amazon's kind of sitting at the 3,100 right now. You know, whole number support. With everything kind of doing these big moves, you know, especially with Tesla moving up, it looks like it, you know, if it crosses that 3,100 down, that's what I'm looking at for puts, especially with a high tick. Crosses about 3,112, and then maybe in for calls, especially if the market decides to run. It's got lower volume though this morning. It's only about 30,000 shares.
Hey, I can respond to that too, Daryl and Isaac.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, one of the things that happens is a lot of times, and you guys will watch, is between Tesla and Amazon, one of them usually tends to kind of suck up all the vacuum in the market. So if Tesla ends up running higher today, you'll end up seeing Amazon dropping. So we see in the pre-market setup, you got a huge amount of volume in Tesla already, 2 million shares traded, Amazon 30,000 or so. And that's about average for Amazon. So tendency is the weaker one will drop more. So I completely agree with you. 3,100, big round number. A lot of these algorithms are set for round numbers. So we may very well see Amazon out the gate pull back. Tesla, with all the news and all the, you know, its earnings yesterday, it might surprise us. Tesla can be its own beast. And despite having a very high tick and having a great chance for it to drop in terms of taking puts on it, I like your idea because Amazon could be the easier one. So you could easily see Amazon drop pretty quickly and pick up some pretty decent money in puts. And obviously you guys know I love Amazon. So good call out for that.
If it gets down to like 30.80, you know, it can drop on the high tick pretty fast. So that's like a 30-point move, you know, potentially within the first couple candles. That's kind of what I'm eyeing.
So, you know, they're looking at this here, and you can kind of see the 3107 that it is the pre-market. And you can see the close of the previous day that it's up $27. So you can see this last candle here was just, you know, down in this level, and it's already retraced back up from here at this level at the 3,081 to here. So that's $27 move. And we're at the high. We're at like a pre-morning high, but not the high of the day. So that'd be interesting to see what Tesla does. I mean, Amazon does. I'm probably just going to watch Tesla and see if it continues upward. Probably play that with a pullback and an upward move, just because of the volume, you know.
Hey, Daryl, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
So for those of you that are joining us that are just watching the day trading room, what you're watching here is you're watching what we do every single morning, and that is just discuss the stocks, what's going on, and everyone puts their input in. But I do want to, I know we have 4 minutes till market opens. I want to just make sure everyone understands the lingo. You know, you can buy stocks and you can buy them, you know, and you would hope that they go up. You can short stocks and you would hope that they go down. But we pretty much trade options, and there's a different lingo for that. So just in case anyone doesn't know that, you're going to hear Daryl and everyone in the room talking about puts and calls. So a call would be equivalent to buying a stock. So when you hear someone say, you know, we're going to get into calls, that means you're hoping the stock goes up. And if you hear someone say we're going to get into puts, that means you're hoping the stock goes down. So I want to just make sure that everyone understands that lingo so that you're not lost when the bell rings and things start going real quickly.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Hey, Daryl, could you take a quick look at NVIDIA?
Yeah, so we got NVIDIA holding that 247 there. Yeah, it looks good. It's got that same kind of gap up, $3. It's in the middle of the actual move.
Mm-hmm.
We get some volume here. It holds that 218, yeah, for sure. You know.
Yeah, I'm thinking it just keeps holding that support on the daily, and then we're gapped up today.
You'll probably do a little pullback with an upward move with this also. With NVIDIA, you know. I like it. Good stuff. So you can see Tesla still continuing upward. It's up $100. So this may not pull back. We'll see what happens with it. What's nice is we're just going to trade what the pattern gives us.
Your Amazon and your Nvidia have already pulled back despite the fact that Tesla's maintaining green, moving higher.
So good luck, guys.
Good luck.
So market's going to open here in a few minutes.
You got seconds here, buddy.
So just probably see where the tick is up here. It's going to be up in this area. We'll see this thing start coming down. You'll see the market starting to retrace down here a little bit.
$1,300 tick.
Yeah, so this probably market should probably start coming back down like Tesla, you know.
Order filled. Order filled.
I think that thing is a little loud.
Order filled.
Just because we got such a high extreme tick, you know.
Yeah, I like this puts in Amazon here that Isaac called out at 3,100. Let's just wait and see what happens. But we got a lot of drop that could happen with that 1,200 tick. Chances are these candles, these green candles up, are short-lived, you think?
Yeah.
We do have the Qs and SPY hitting pretty hard here, though.
It's probably the market's going to pull back.
Order filled.
You'll see Tesla start coming back down into the average.
Order filled.
Daryl, have you got into anything yet?
I got some puts here in Tesla downward
Okay.
just because it's coming down. You know, I want to put my stop at the top.
And that's because of the high tick?
Yeah, the high tick. So you got it coming down here, so that's kind of cool. You see it kind of retracing back, you know.
Yep. That NVIDIA is running that Eric called out. Good call on that. We'll see if Amazon pulls back here, but Amazon up, Tesla down. Interesting. Market looks strong today, though.
Just Tesla ran $100, so
I'm keeping 2 contracts.
The tick is still pretty high. It's still above 1,000.
So I'm just taking this trade downward and making sure it doesn't break up to the 50%. So I'm already up significantly in this trade.
Order filled.
So we're going to switch the calls here with Tesla
Yeah,
real
looks
soon.
strong. Amazon showing a wick here too, pretty big wick. So we could see Amazon roll pretty quick.
It's got a pretty strong market right here.
Order filled.
It's a good call on that Tesla. I got that with you. Great call. Went just the other way, like you said it would.
Order filled.
So you got a nice move up here. We're taking that up.
Looks like we got 1,100 in our sights.
I was thinking the same thing, James. 1,100 looks like a good target here.
Wish I'd have held on to all my contracts overnight, but I didn't want to take too much of a pullback.
So you got the candles. All these candles are moving upward in a pretty high fashion, and they're holding on this north side of the stack. So super powerful. Tesla probably continues to run upward. Does this little bit of a pullback, but you see all that cheddar that was made from this point to here is significant. When we got in this trade, it was 1073, went all the way to 85. So that's almost a $10 move, $12 move that was taken, and that profit was taken. So that's pretty cool, you know. Like this probably still continues upward. Tick is coming down to the zero. It's probably going to retrace back up.
Q still look really strong here.
A lot of momentum in Tesla still. See what this next candle does. It's trying to come back up again. So I'm taking calls again, upward. Why not, right? Follow the trend.
Exactly. So we see red coming in because we got a little bit of a pullback. This may fail here.
So it's still holding that red line there, which gives you some kind of a support upward for these calls. I'm already up 10,000 in this trade.
Thanks for a good morning.
Yeah. 12,000, 14,000 for the day already. And these are just taking 8, 10 contracts. Okay. So super powerful upward.
Nice call outs this morning. Daryl, you played it both up and down. Calls, inputs, perfect.
Yeah, I'm just riding this baby up. You know, I'm up in this trade significantly. And I was going to show you my P&L here in a second. I'm letting this baby run before I get out of it. Still serious upward momentum with Tesla. Probably just continues upward. It's doing a little pullback here, but it's super strong. See, it's still holding that red candle. That's where the stop is. So why not capture all this money upward? You know, why not make an extra 10 grand, you know, right?
Yep.
Because the Qs are holding upward too on the right there. You can see here on my screen, that's a live trade going up. That's 5 grand. That's 6 grand right there. Okay.
Next stop 1100, getting close to that whole number.
I might pull out 1100 if it gets some resistance.
So that was really powerful, you know?
You out of that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got big wicks on SPY and Qs here. Ticks negative. See if we pull back and launch higher or if we start to roll.
Looks super strong though, like it's going to go right back up.
Yeah, we still got vol spread going straight up again today.
So Tesla is just super strong. Well, there's no reason to put puts on this. We could grab this back up again if we wanted to. That makes sense.
I just made 27,000. I think I'm going to call it a morning.
I think that's amazing.
Excellent, man. Excellent job. James, you've been on what, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years, and I'm starting to pay myself several times a week at least. That's the best way to do it. Is just pay yourself.
Daryl, we have a question. How much do you rely on the slow stochastic?
Nothing. I look at it, but indicators, your brain is the best indicator. These measure back like 14 days. And I got it down there, but it's such an extreme reading that I can't really measure what's going on in today's market. Indicators, there's 34,000 different ones that somebody put a name on. I use the candlestick patterns because that's real time money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm back in these calls again upward. I don't think Tesla's done yet. Just a lot of momentum in the stock upward. And we're still you see the moving averages are still above those moving averages upward. And sometimes the second run is bigger than the first. When you make $27,000 day trading, we've been not even a half hour. You beat me by 4, so that's amazing. That's awesome. Really good trading.
I just sent you a photo of my P&L. Thank you, you and Bo. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. I mean, this is life-changing for me.
Awesome, James. You got me beat this morning, bud, that's for sure. Day's still young, though.
Exactly. So I'm going to ride this Tesla up, let it break into that high again. Just because the Qs look super strong, they got a bullish flag on top. This could run another $10, $15 up, So this is just some small contracts in here. I'm already up $6,000 in this one.
Yeah, I took it with you. I'm up $4,000 in this trade, Daryl. I still think we got that 1,100 he was asking about earlier.
Yeah, it's retesting the high again of the day, and this keeps rolling.
We had another question from the gallery. With the volume shooting up, would you feel it's still going to run up?
Yeah, because it's above the yellow line. It's just extreme upward move until we see a wick or something on top, Still a lot of volume going up. So each candle is bigger than the next one, going upward. Got a little bit of a pullback here, but still, it's still showing a very, very bullish pattern. Okay. Where nears the stop, your stop is way down there at the 1077. So I like to let this work out, a little longer. Still holding the top of that hard body candle on the top there.
Yeah, looks like our Q's gonna relaunch.
But it looks like it's ready to take off again upward.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of volume. It's red, green on the bottom there, but still very bullish. You got a little bit of an evening star forming on the Qs coming down. See the red coming in a little bit, but this is still super, super bullish. Like you wouldn't want to be doing any puts in Tesla right now, you know?
Now I added this position at the bottom at 1081.
And puts is like you were trying to make money going down, like we did this morning. It railed down into the 63 because of the extreme tick. But now we're above the stack. We're going upward. See it relaunching back up. Qs are just kind of dancing right there. But it's very, very bullish, very, very bullish pattern. Okay. But you gotta call these evening stars on top that are coming down to the average. So they do this little pullback before they take back off. And you'll see this, it's called an evening star downward. You could take those puts that way. But this may be a moving average pullback to an upward move. If that makes sense.
Hey, I got another question in the
For sure.
Q&A. Did the trader place the put on Amazon? So I guess someone in the room was putting a put on Amazon. If yes, would he have dumped it when it rose, or would he have hung in? I see it's going down now. So I don't know who took that trade. Was that Bo?
I took puts in Amazon at the top and I got out after about a $12 run. And I could have stayed in longer, but in the previous 10-minute candle, it started showing like it was just a pullback and going to take back off again. So Amazon was obviously showing a lot more weakness than Tesla was showing in the strength in its calls. So I took advantage of the puts. Yeah.
Great.
And I got back in the calls with Tesla. Yeah. Thanks, guy. Good question. Still above the stack on the Qs here, Daryl, as well as the SPY. You thinking this Tesla refires here?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So I'm thinking.
It looks like these are just pullbacks to an upward move, you know. So kind of really cool trading how you can do this, you know.
What's great is you can take it up and down. You don't have to be one direction. Tesla just hit the MAs, the 11 on the 10 minute. So we could see the bounce here if the Qs can sustain. You got green coming in, so let's see if it bounces back up here.
And that's usually what they do. They pull back and then the next run is super powerful. See if the Qs can blast back up here off the MAs. You see the right there, but they're holding the upward stack. Okay, so a very bullish day.
So I added at 1070 there on that Tesla. My stop 1068.
You can see the Tesla's trying to turn green back and run back up again. Here, you see it. See the candle forming at the bottom down there? The Qs are probably going to start turning green and moving back up.
You got Facebook, Square, a couple other things. Apple trying to move higher here, throwing green in. So we may see this move up. There's $5-6 from 1070 when I called it.
Mhm.
At Amazon trying to do the same and hold that 3,100. So let's see if we bounce and move higher, like you said.
And the price, the move starts moving a little slower as we move through the day. But we still got a lot of volume upward, and we're on this side of the stacks. We're pulling into upward. So you get these little pullbacks if you want to, but these are going to extremely move. You see the Qs are starting to move back up. Our tick is starting to come back up, and our SPY, we're all staying on top of this, 11, 21, and the 50. Okay, so super powerful upward.
And just clarify that those are the moving averages. So you see all the candlesticks on top of the stack is what Daryl's talking about.
Just letting this play out upward again.
But to Guy's point earlier on Amazon, I got out of that trade way too soon. You can see there's a lot more profit in it if I had stayed at puts. But the one thing I've learned from Daryl is you get the meat of the trade. You don't try and get all the trade.
So we just had a quick question about the moving averages, and just to answer that, the green line that we're using is an 11 exponential moving average. The blue one's a 21 exponential, and the red one is a 50 simple moving average.
order filled,
Hey, everyone, I'm gonna turn the hosting over to Eric. I have to jump. I have a couple things to do. But
Super. Well, thanks for being here, guys.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Keep going as long as you want. Still have 30 people in the room. And looks like you guys are having a fantastic day. Wish I was part of it, but I will talk to everyone soon. Thanks again.
Thanks, Guy.
Bye.
order filled, order filled,
Isaac, I hope you got some of those calls on Amazon.
I got puts from the top.
Good. That's what I meant. Puts on Amazon.
order filled, order filled,
We got a little bit of a pullback here. I took some puts down after I hit that red line back down. Okay.
Qs look like they're trying to hold this 21 moving average, 344.66 if they can hold here on the 10-minute.
It's about $5 in this trade already.
This Amazon's pre-market low here. See if it holds 30.80.
So yeah, it's been a really good morning. Super good morning. Just trying to see how far this is going to drop past this MA here, you know. So that's 6,000 right there. So I just seen that star up there and I thought it's going to rate the MAs and I might as well take some puts here downward, you know.
Yep.
So we had a quick question about the red and green lines on Daryl's 10-minute chart there. Those are just representing the green is where he got into a trade and the red is his stop for that trade.
So it didn't really reset the one before for the green.
So Amazon's still falling hard too. A lot of red volume here.
Isn't Jerome Powell speaking at 1 o'clock?
Busy.
Just
It's also
thinking,
stimulus. Yeah, the Feds are
kind of putting
talking.
a blanket on everything.
Got a little bit of volume coming in here with Tesla back up, you know. See the hammer coming in. But this is, we'll see if this holds into the average here, you know. Or it continues downward. Good times though, fun. Sorry, just focused on this trade here. I don't want to give up. If it hits that MA, I'm going to get out. You know, I'm up $6,000. I was up 9. I just don't want to give up that money. You know. I'm watching this volume here. If this starts turning red the other way, I'll stay on the puts. Instead of looking at your volume chart down here, you can put it up here and you can see the momentum versus watching this candle go up and down. Great if you can see it down here. But if you can watch this volume go this way on this chart, it's the same thing, but it keeps you in the trades longer, you know? So this is up 8,000 again. I was going to roll this over and show it to you, but you could see this $10,000. That's 12 now. But every time I go to move it over, this is good though, 13,000. And it just shows you right there, there's a 13 cat, you see it? 14, 15. So it kind of shows you. You can see that real quick. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, nice trade.
So that's 15,000 right there. 16,000, 17,000, 18,000, 19,000.
Market's still bleeding off pretty good here with the Qs too. It's not done yet.
21,000. So it just shows you right there, 20,000. Okay. I'll close this out. That's big money, you know.
Real nice.
The advantage in the whole system is just having a lot of people in the room and having a community, and you got, Daryl calling out stuff, and it's got more hours watching these trades and these setups. So we have, the power of community when we're calling out stuff. So that's one of the advantages of the trading room and having a live trading environment.
Filled.
So yeah, it was a killer trade. Ended up getting 19K on that baby. So like 42 grand, 42,000 a day profit.
You make it look effortless, Daryl.
Well, once this broke the double bar, I knew this wasn't going to be a pullback. And then we got down into this where we, where it opened. The market opened, and I just took this baby all the way from here to here for $21,000. Now I did have 12 contracts. One contract equals 100 shares. Pretty powerful, Like open it up for questions and stuff. Just sometimes when you're really super focused and you got a lot of money on the line, it's hard to talk, Appreciate you guys here though. Right, you got James, you did super, super good today. Both of you, both James.
He beat me on that. I got the Amazon puts, but I didn't quite get 27K. That's a good one.
Yeah, but I took position overnight.
Yeah,
That was yesterday for us with the Netflix puts, though.
Still, I mean, it's your trading,
Hey, Daryl, so we had a question about asking why did you sell the puts when you did?
Just because it was moving off. You see how the 21 is right here, bouncing off the 21. And I didn't want to give back more than $5,000 of that profit. I can always get back in at the bottom. But it moved up like $4 from here to here. And with 12 contracts, $4 would be $4,800. And I thought, I'm just going to take my money. I'm happy. Does that make sense? Always adding to the P&L, always adding to the P&L. If it starts breaking down through here again, downward, then you can take puts again. But from here to here, if we pulled a fib, to just kind of see where this move could go, it could go to the 50% because that's 50% of the Fibonacci down. And everybody knows Fibonacci. If that Fibonacci is the world, in trading. But basically what this is measuring is from the open to the close. And then where's that line at? Okay. And we can get into that later, but that's the close of yesterday. to the extreme reading of here. And there's your 50% line is right here. So this could easily fall into that today, you know? So.
Awesome. And then we had another question asking about, are you following any specific news feeds while you're trading?
No, new, it's usually priced the news in most stocks. You kind of know that the inside guys see the spike, and then you're like, wow, the stock just spiked, and then the news happens. And it's like, you always wonder about that. CNBC, Bloomberg, that kind of thing. But what I like to do is just trade the candle pattern, because we can get spooked out with the news. That makes sense. And then think, oh yeah, let's trade that. And then what happens is we're the ones that are holding the bag at the top of the trade. You know what I mean? We're the ones that are in the top part of it, and then it's ripping back down. So now you're going to say, you're going to ask me, wow, he really got out at a good time here. But see, when you got this stock fell from 90 to 55, and that's a pretty that's a nice $40 retracement, you know, close 37.50 or something, you know.
Not bad for what, 6 o'clock in the morning in Miami. I mean, Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean it's even earlier than that. It's 4:26.
Wow.
I got up at 2 o'clock this morning, and I went to bed at 7. But I like to be here because I love the ocean, and the weather is extremely amazing. And I can live anywhere in the world. I've lived in California. I've lived, you know, and I'll travel and trade. And this is where I've always wanted to live, and so I just created that dream and did it, you know. But man, appreciate you guys here. I'm going to probably be taking a break. That's about all I usually trade right here. It's all you need. You don't really need any more cash. You know what I mean?
All right, guys, before Daryl goes, is there any last questions you want us to answer?
Awesome morning, guys.
So I'm going to close out this watch me. I have to get all this sunshine off my face because I got lights on me, you know. Thank you. And if there are any more questions, feel free to call me or text me. And thanks for everything.
An hour in and out. Thanks, buddy. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks, Daryl. Killer morning.